Hello, this is Wayne from GSG coming to you loud and proud from Louisiana, and welcome to the first episode of The King of Kribs. And what other should we show at the King of Kribs than the GSG headquarters? So this is going to be the happy birthday to the Grid Square Games YouTube channel. And what better way to celebrate that birthday than to show everyone what we have been doing here at the GSG headquarters. And this is a good view from the bridge, a good span. And we are going to go walk through the GSG compound and kind of give you guys a good look at what we have available. Over here we have our water purifier. Just our general entrance with all of these turrets here.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Yeah. Do you need to be spied on? Alright, well, once you get through this plethora of weaponry we have here at the gate, which is, if I must admit, some pretty serious overkill. But this is where we all started the game out, and we kind of built a bunch of stuff we didn't really need. And this kind of windmill turbine, although it looks very impressive, only puts out 3 power. But since I built it, I'm keeping it. And all of my homesteads over here, are pretty much none of them are inhabited. Everything is pretty much housed here in the GSG headquarters. And here we have another little array of generators. And it looks like we need to perform a little bit of maintenance while we're here. The wasteland electrician always has something to do. His job is never completely done. And it looks like this one is not working either. I don't know why these things do that, but hey, it gives us something to do. Alright, the others appear to be working, so we will exit out of that. But just from the entrance down here, you can see when we're walking down the road, originally I had this entire area walled off, but I quickly reached the building cap, so I had to cut back. And that one is working okay. So I had to scale back some to get back under the building cap. So this is the end of our sanctuary right now, and I got Preston right here manning the artillery. And on the other side of this is our little bit of our farm. We do all of our food producing stuff. This is our northernmost guard post, and we'll go ahead and start right here.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
You can see we have additional turrets and seating area for guards. And this just keeps going up and up until you come straight into this guard post. And from here you can look over there and see the red rocket outpost as well. And we will feature that in an upcoming episode. Down here, this is a look on our little outdoor pavilion. And just kind of from a higher perspective, you can kind of see what we've done. All of that's the abandoned portion of Sanctuary, but all of this is pretty much our little town. Kind of trying to make a home out of this place. Come on, Major. Alright, and from there, most of our shops will be closed, or the people will be closing up for the day.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Yeah, I'm not looking for any trouble. But we have us a weapon shop, a general store, an armor store, clothing store, and a bar,
Need to get back to Diamond
which our
City.
bartender seems to always be
Biggest town
missing.
I ever saw.
Yes.
But out here we
Farming's
have
as
an
honest as
outdoor
honest work
cooking
gets.
area, a couple of
Just
barbecue
when you think you're
pits.
safe, you're not. That's how they always get you.
Our favorite, the Nuka-Cola machine, and I
Yes.
see something else that needs maintenance. Something always needs maintenance. You just take the cable off and attach it right back up, and then it starts to work. Yeah, that one up there is working. And we got some peeps after a hard day of work
If you ain't
coming
been
out
to
here
see
to
Grey God, you should
take
go.
them a break in
Whole
the
place
little
is run by
outdoor
robots.
pavilion overlooking the river here. Got them a nice view of the Red Rocket outpost.
Sure, let me just stop what I'm doing to talk to you.
And
I mean,
there's our
sarcastic.
bartender right there. Codsworth is our bartender, but he seems to always want to be wandering around. And then just down here on the waterfront, you can see we have it lined up with additional outposts. And I know it's a little difficult to see down in there, but we actually have turrets under the pavilion facing out into the water. Main thing we have here is a few raiders or mongrel dogs or bloat flies. I have actually one time been raided here early on in the game, and I've never had a raid here again, so a lot of this is just a bunch of overkill. But it looks kind of impressive, and it's where the Wasteland electrician got his feet wet and kind of learned how to do all of this cool stuff that he does. And this is, like I mentioned at the very beginning, our happy birthday episode. That's why we are showcasing the King of Kribs in the very first ever episode. I published my first YouTube video on January 2nd,
coming in pretty
2015. So this was to a wonderful year, and my first year of doing YouTube, we had over 30,000 views to our site. I believe 183 subscribers to my YouTube channel, and 88 or 89 subscribers to my Twitch channel. So all in all, it's been a very awesome year. And with that said, a lot of the people in my other settlements here that are my YouTube and Twitch followers, as well as some of my fellow YouTubers, Lucas, Red Monkey, English Bull, or just a few of them, and a bunch of my other YouTube followers, Twitter followers, and Twitch followers. All of these people, well, not all of them, there's a set number of settlements in the game, but I'm trying to do a shout out and name an outpost after a bunch of the people that's pretty much made my channel a success. So in future episodes of King of Kribs, you may just see your very own outpost in King of Kribs. Some of you already know that you're going to have an episode dedicated to you, but some of you you might not know that you were thought of enough as all of your support and everything to go into my Fallout gameplay. So generally, if I fast travel into Sanctuary, this is my home base, this is my welcome mat, and this is kind of some of my storage area, my workbenches, and I pretty much got a little bit of something stored all over the place. But this is where I come to because I'm generally going to drop stuff off, either junk I've looted, new legendary weapons I've found or what have you. But this is my little outdoor workshop. And then we'll come around to Major's house. Major's house is really not that impressive, but it's the only dog house we can really build in the game. Unfortunately, it's got a bunch of weeds in there, and that's because he's never there. Major and the Wasteland Electrician are always really busy. But down here, this is the indoor workshop, which we are still in the progress of building up. This is a recent set of power armor I found that we're still looking for some pieces and parts for. In the future, as we find more partial suits of power armor, they will be somewhere in some state of repair in here in the bottom floor of the workshop. All of my completed sets of power armor are at the Lucas farm. Alright, and out here we have our little bell in case all of our settlers are wandering around, because they will go outside of the walls. If you want to try to get everybody back, just ring the bell. Everyone will show back up at this one spot. Alright, and now we will go to the first floor of the GSG headquarters, and this is where Mama Murphy hangs
You'll find
out.
what you're looking for. I know it.
Wanting something. She's always wanting some jet or some mentats or whatever, but this is a nice little seating area down here, our little gaming table. And I have no idea why this table ended up in the middle of the floor, because that's not where it belongs, but oh well, we will take care of that later. And this is where pretty much some of the scrubs want to sleep in their sleeping bags. I'm not sure why, but when I originally started this headquarters, that's pretty much what our bedding was. But we have kind of upgraded from there. But as you can see, the first floor is pretty much Mama Murphy's hangout. Alright, and up to the second floor, this is the mess hall. There's not really a whole lot on this floor. We have another cooking area, a little bit of storage, some upgraded bedding that a few of our people decide to sleep in every now and then. And this is just basically an open mess hall. Most of the people hang out downstairs in the little outdoor pavilion. But then you're coming up from there. This is pretty much all of the hierarchy's bedroom. Each of these have more spacious bedding. They have their own foot locker. You can come over here and have you a seat and see if this TV is ever going to show anything other than please stand by. It hasn't for me yet, but that's pretty much what you get out of the television. Alright, we got our pool table over here. We don't have a complete set of balls yet, but we're still working on that. And I have learned that you cannot put cue sticks on this pool table because your people will just come pick them up. Out here at each of the little areas, we have some seating area in case anybody wants to come up here and have a seat and take a look around at the city, or what we call a city. This is our GSG headquarters. This is our compound. Alright, and then upstairs is the officers' quarters, which is pretty much where the Wasteland Electrician lives. There's my Jangles the Moon Monkey hanging out on my bed. And up here I have my own private TV and a whole bunch of viewing area in case I want to come out here and sit down and just take a look at what's going around out in Sanctuary. And there's another good little look at the outdoor pavilion. Alright, and that's pretty much the height of this. And of course, you could always just come out here if the weather's nice and we're not having a storm. You can come out here and just have you a little seat and just kind of look out and see if anybody's coming. If you need to issue any type of specific orders. Plenty of guards. We have, I'll go ahead and pull this back up. Here at Sanctuary, we have a 190 defense. Currently, we have an 82 happiness. And as you can see with some of the modifications I've made, my size is just barely under the limit cap. Like I said, I basically got under the limit cap by eliminating a great deal of these walls, because the walls were consuming a whole lot of space. But this is the indoor of the GSG headquarters. This is the upper echelons room. You can see we have us a Meyer Lurker claw mounted on the wall and a mole rat. I kind of wish the mole rat's head was a little larger, because when they're gnawing on you, that head's a lot larger than what it actually seems mounted on there. But that's pretty much all of the inside of the GSG headquarters. And each of these other little buildings, that all of them have a spotlight in them, just to give us kind of that little ambiance of lighting everywhere. And we can pretty much see each house that we have in our little walled in area. And there's our bartender running off again. But from out here at the GSG headquarters, we're going to come back out here to the little pavilion. It looks like most of the people have cleared out for the day. But we can come over here and just have us a little seat. Oh, I'm not going to have a seat as long as I'm in that in the building format. But out here we can hang out on the patio furniture. If we feel like we need a cold beverage, we can occasionally catch our bartender over there. And believe it or not, I actually do make a great deal of money from all of these money, I mean bottle caps. I make a great deal of bottle caps from each of these little settings, and this is the only area that I have set up as far as an outpost that I have this many things set up. But the stores, each area you set up some stores at, they do increase your overall happiness of your settlers, and that's the only way I've really been able to get my happiness over 80. I can get it to about 85, but for some reason I've never been able to get it higher than 85. The people just can't be 100% happy. It is the apocalypse after all. But we are going to kind of run over on this side just so you can get a good little perspective from across the river of what the GSG compound looks like. And you can see our wall going up on this side, and all of this area. I used to have all of this walled in, and I had this tower. I had a different tower set up kind of right here on the corner, but I kind of condensed a lot of that just to eliminate a whole bunch of this wall right here, because that wall, of course, you guys have all, everyone that's been playing the game, you kind of know that junk fencing is not the greatest of barrier material. But from over here on this side of the river, you can see our turrets underneath the outdoor pavilion, and we got the whole waterfront is pretty much lined with turrets, as well as the gate. And of course, you saw the many different turrets that we had surrounded inside the compound as well, just in the event anything shows up on the inside. But there you have it. There is the GSG headquarters and the very first episode of King of Cribs, and each of these are going to be about 15 to 20 minutes long. But since this is the happy birthday to Grid Square Games, again, in closing, I want to thank each and every one of my followers, subscribers, all of you guys have made this extremely fun. And I really can't even express exactly how much each and every one of you guys and gals mean to me. Kind of went out on a limb with this. I'm really not a social media type of person, but I used to watch other people play games on YouTube. Actually never watched a YouTube video until I decide to do a YouTube video. I know that's kind of strange, but unless someone's at work showing you a little clip of something on a cell phone, that's about as much YouTube as I'd ever seen. But I started watching some State of Decay videos, and I'm like, I could do this myself. And my wife's like, well, the only thing stopping you from doing it is doing it. And she is my number one fan. She was my first subscriber on YouTube, and Lucas was technically my first YouTube subscriber that was not related to me. And Lucas has helped me tremendously in growing my channel and just being a great overall friend. Red Monkey, same with him. English Bull, Mary from Pangerbond Gaming, Han Solo Dolo, Ravenous Bison. I mean, there's a whole bunch of you out there that have all been very tremendous and instrumental in helping me grow my channel. And this is happy birthday to year one. And a whole bunch of you people are going to get to see your own very own King of Cribs special episode, where we will be showcasing each and everything I've built in dedication to all of your support. And I've kind of just worked this into my little theme of the Wasteland Electrician, where our goal is to spread joy and happiness throughout the wasteland by the means of lights, electricity, and whatever small creature comforts that we can provide. And that's pretty much our theme for our Fallout 4 playthrough. And I just once again want to thank each and every one of you guys for all of your support. It's happy birthday to Grid Square Games. And you guys stay tuned. You never know, you may see your own outpost on King of Cribs. So remember, folks, have fun, be safe, and don't forget to reload. We will see you soon. Thanks for watching.